1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins and Trevor.
More of a simulation. It's like starting a program and just test running it and seeing how it goes, you know. See if there's any bugs. Unfortunately, you can't test run a relationship like that. Because then there would be feelings involved and feelings would get hurt, and, you know. But it's a hard one, isn't it? It's a really hard one for me. I've looked at it and I thought, I think I'll stick with my music.
Well, if you remember, a few weeks ago, we talked about, I think I introduced the subject of polyamory, it's called, or polygamy, whereby couples, they agree to have outside relationships, an open marriage or whatever you call it. And that was quite an interesting thing because we had some comments from the ladies who sometimes have joined us, Rose and Emmy and so on.
Yeah.
Because it's a subject which does sort of invoke a lot of feeling, because it seems to go against the idea that if you fall in love with someone, or it's a mutual falling in love, that they can then go and have intimacy with other people, yet still retain that kind of loving relationship. So it's a bit of a strange one. But the fact of the matter is, there are lots of people who operate their relationships like that. Quite how successful they are in the longer term, we don't know. I seem to remember Rose looked up a statistic which said of polyamorous couples, in other words, those with open relationships, 92% end up divorcing or separating. And when I looked at the thing in the first place, the whole subject, I hadn't come across that statistic. But in fact, I looked at it after Rose said that, and she was absolutely right. Wherever that figure comes from, certainly I think it was in America, which would therefore suggest it's common in other countries like ours. Some 92% of people who indulge in open relationships, they come a cropper, and they break down. And I suppose when you think about it, it's not surprising because, you know, a relationship by definition has its own intimacy and so on. So makes you wonder what actually goes through people's minds who advocate that kind of relationship outside, or relationships outside of their marriage. I mean, against that, lots of people would say when they've been married or in a relationship for many years that almost inevitably it gets a bit familiar sometimes. Things get, frankly, a bit boring, or they can do. So I think people who say, yeah, we try and have a date night every week, we make sure we talk to each other, and most of all, in my opinion, the most important thing in a relationship is communication. You know, not to constantly be discussing problems and issues, but where there are differences and problems, they need to be talked about. They need to be resolved to mutual satisfaction. And maybe that's the best hope we've got. But I do sometimes wonder, a bit like friends. They say friends are either there for a reason, there for a season, or friends for life. And maybe sometimes in people's lives, it's right that they are with a partner, you know, whether it's a gay relationship or a straight relationship, but maybe it's only right for them to be together for a certain...
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz, the leader of our gang. Will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does. And fund the aim of everything Cuz does.